Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Thank you to Astragon Entertainment for the game key. Today we're going to be taking a look at Seafarer the ship sim. Game released into Steam Early Access on October 7. For more info, the link is in the description. Like Seagull Simulator? See, no boats. Oh, there it is. The money shot. Containers. Containers galore. So that's like just one of the jobs that you can do. I'm assuming there's supposed to be music here, but I mean, standard fare for YouTube. Kind of mute everything. Rather safe than sorry, right? But maybe I'll hum during this. Very pretty game. We'll see how optimized this version is, because we are playing the most recent update. I had this key for a good bit now, but I was basically holding out just to see if maybe they come out with an update, as they did, and just check out the optimizations, you know? See how things fare. No pun intended. I wanted to wait for one of the larger updates to come out, and one just came out recently. So I'm gonna check it out just to see how it changes, you know? These games are fantastic, but I wish they were more accessible. Oh, Shamu. And there's another killer whale. We're just a little tiny fellow there. We're gonna jump into save and start from the beginning. See you on the other side. Very beautiful game. Really wish it was a little easier on your system. It's a very demanding game. Hence why I wanted to wait for the optimization. A lot of cinematics, a lot of random cutscenes, which are really kind of neat.
I'm so glad we're doing this together.
Yeah.
The start of my company wouldn't be the same without you as captain.
I know.
For the time being, we are working together with Crescentport Logistics as a service provider. But in the long term, I want to operate completely independently, of course. The order today is an important delivery to Crescentport, directly in front of their headquarters. A baptism of fire, so to speak. I bet they want to check our work in person. They have a new CEO, Ruben Brooks, who got in touch with us personally and even provided us with a crew to make sure everything runs smoothly. Cool, right?
I guess.
The ferry has already been loaded in record time. All you have to do is get behind the wheel and set off.
Great. All right, we're controlling now. Oh, we have another guy. Let's set off. Change camera. And we're not docked, so we could just pretty much get going here. I feel like we're going sideways. Or it's just the water. Yeah, so we're doing mouse keyboard, but I mean, clearly you can use gamepad. That's fully supported as well. We're using, I don't know if you can see the tablet button. It's changed to the D-pad. But yeah, we're gonna do mouse keyboard. It's a little easier, especially if we run into any container offloading. A lot easier to do, like the lashings and whatnot, with a mouse and keyboard. A little more accurate than what the gamepad is. I wish they did maybe bigger hit targeting. Probably both, to be honest, but try to see if maybe we could go around him. They're kind of sideways, very awkward. Maybe we could cut inside. Wonder if these boats just kind of randomly spawn. I don't recall one ever being right there. Let's get a little to the left. Oh, now he's moving. Okay. A little more helpful. Everything is just blue. Blue, blue, blue. But yeah, this game is very, very good looking. What is that, like a plane? What the hell? What's like... Why does it have wings? I think it's just like a big ship.
I see you're leaving Mettington and heading out.
We are.
We expect you in Crescentport before nightfall, so the cargo can be transferred on schedule.
Oh, I do like the reflections here in the water. It's really nice. All right, we're fishtailing again. We're not paying attention. Let's line up here. Let's go directly at that little boat. Wonder if that's like a police boat. Just looks weird from a distance. I'm assuming we'll probably have to go around this guy, so because it looks like they're going to the west. We'll stay east. Hopefully they continue their direction. We'll look at the map. Now, how do we...
Damn, something's wrong with the engine.
Oh, great.
take a
We're in
look
this
at it?
mode too. Sure. Let's lower X. Get out of here. Whoa, door. Oh, we have to go down more. It says that, but I think we really have to go this way. I think that's where we're going. Waypoints can be a little confusing here. If the engine room indicator turns red, the engine should be inspected. Each engine component has its own inspection point located either directly on the engine or on a nearby screen. If the indicator turns yellow after the check, the component requires repair. The malfunction symbol will appear above the faulty part, and the defect can be fixed directly at the engine. Once the repair is successful, the engine room indicator will return to green. Okay, well, I think we're green. This is probably the faulty one. We are red. That is indeed the faulty one. Go here. Check the oil. What do we hit? F? Yeah, we do. I do enjoy the mini game. It is nice. Like a little thing to do. All right, that's done.
Pretty bad over the last few years.
Oil's fine. Coolant. Perfect.
Everything's working again.
That's green. That's green. Everything is kosher. Everything is fine. We are good. Nothing ever bad happens to us, right? Wait a second. Did that highlight? Oh, that's not good. Their first aid, that's not good at all. There's a fuse box. It's a very detailed game. I imagine this trip's gonna take ages. Here. Now we're going this way. We're going back west. I think we're almost square here. We're entered the Gulf of Craigshire. What's up, Teddy Ruxpin? Gonna stand there, oversee everything. Very cool concept. I'm just hoping that with maybe a good year of optimization, this won't be as demanding. Very beautiful otherwise. You just need probably a newer, if not a beefier computer to play this, unfortunately. That's my gripe with like this big massive push that everybody has with graphics and whatnot, and utilizing things like nanite, lumen, ray tracing, because you're starting to kind of like gatekeep a lot of games that a lot of people would love to play. but unfortunately cannot because their computer doesn't meet the requirements. Like, I think someone who spends several $1,000s on a computer should be able to play games and maximize everything to their liking, but you know what? This is all inclusive. So I really wish that even on the low settings, this game was more functional and friendlier to people with lesser rigs. But man, you're gonna have to give it some time with optimization because this game can be very chuggy. And it's unfortunate. If I were trying to make a game, which, I mean, I'm no developer, far from it, I would try to reach the masses, you know, by making my game as accessible to anyone and everyone. And I think one of the first things is, I mean, you're gonna have to optimize the heck out of it, and that might take time. That's probably why a lot of games are in early access. But don't rely so much on the graphics. I come from 80s, 90s era where games weren't really much lookers, you know. It was more about the gameplay and the stories, if they had a story. Graphics kind of came later. I don't know how many times I would play something like Mario 64, or one of my favorite genres and games I still remember playing, still play, is like the WWF games like No Mercy, WrestleMania 2000, or the WCW. Man, I remember going to the mall and seeing that at a Blockbuster Games. And yes, that really dates myself right now. Because there's probably a lot of people who don't even know what a Blockbuster is. So, yeah, those games weren't graphically like great to look at. In fact, probably the worst. But you know what? They were fun as heck. And I mean, Mario 64, like I said already, GoldenEye, like so many games, Banjo-Kazooie, like all these games lived on like this kind of rough textured console. But it was about the experience playing through it, especially if it was a platform or wrestling game. I mean, I still remember playing, what was it, Quarterback Club or something like that on N64. PlayStation did help a lot in terms of fidelity, but you know, at the same time, also brought oven mitts. Like Final Fantasy VII, which was an amazing game, but everyone was wearing oven mitts because you couldn't do fingers. So as we start kind of going to these graphical leaps, people start relying too much on it. And then now we're also in an age where we're relying heavily on AI, sometimes even AI to help graphically. And I'm like, nah, just, you know what? I have the most fun on the games that are least demanding. Because I know that like I could run something in the background, play music or whatever, play a YouTube video and kind of zone out. But man, there's a lot of games that you can't because they just demand so much of your hardware, makes it very difficult to enjoy it. And again, it really puts the accessibility in like a small box because only so many people can play a game like that because not everyone can afford it, especially in this weird time now that Windows 10 is deprecated. So they're forcing their hand Windows 11, hence why I have a new computer.
It's great to have you on board. It just wouldn't be the same without you. When I decided to start my business, I first had to think about what exactly I wanted to do. But it wasn't that much effort after all. Ruben Brooks only replaced the old CEO of Crescentport Logistics a few months ago. He had realized himself that he was getting too old for the job and probably wanted to spend more time with his family. I bet he's vacationing on a real big yacht somewhere.
That was Teddy's Corner. But yeah, man, I love those games because it wasn't about the graphics. And you know what, for the time, they weren't terrible. I mean, now, kind of horrendous. But they were fun, and they're still fun. Like, that's kind of the great thing about it, because your mind plays tricks on you, you know? Where after you play something a little bit, it almost kind of corrects a lot of the graphical things. And you just get lost in the story or what you're doing in the game. One cool thing about this game is that it has profiles, so you can play, I think it's 3 saves that you can have separately, which is a really cool idea. I wish a lot more games did that because it just makes it more fun and you don't feel like you have to be perfectionist and one-shot it. So I like that aspect, especially for myself who creates content, that you can have a personal save separate from your channel save. So you don't have to worry about messing with one of them, or again, just having one chance to play something without having to just wipe everything. Because there are some games that are very challenging in that aspect. I think one of them was it's only money that I had to swap things. So I had to find the folder on Windows and just kind of copy paste on my own, just so I don't overwrite something by accident. I always have a copy of my personal save and channel save. It's really messy that way. I'd much rather just have separate profiles or multiple save slots, and you don't have to worry about any of that. Just let the game do what it needs to do and you're good. And you know what, sometimes you have siblings or you have relationships where people play the same games, maybe not at the same time. And I mean, it makes sense. Give people more options. So I do like the fact that this game has that right out the gate. We don't have to wait for it. Same thing, gamepad. That's the wonderful aspect of this, man. Straight on. We are drifting. I think it's this way. Throws you off a little bit because you kind of have to go opposite. Oh, engine's defective again.
Again?
Yes.
Well, you know what to do.
Unfortunately, I do. Oh, we have to hit F because we're locked in. And X. You know, let's do what we just did. I think it might be slightly different. Do we look at the screens again? That's fine. It's this one again. Yep. Would be nice if we could hit F to get out. That would be grand. And I do like the little mini game. Like, there's really no bonus for it, I don't think. You just do it faster. But again, I mean, expediting it, you know. I'm not sure why the air filter sounds like you're changing oil. That's fine. And we're done. Check this guy out. That was actually kind of quick. Check the screen again. So is there something that we have not checked? The downside is they're using like flags that easily camouflaged. Check here. All right, we need to change the filter. That filter's fine. I think we already changed the filter. Guess we didn't change this one. All right, I guess we go back now. Just leave that door open. It's fine. The video game, we don't have to worry about safety. Even though a lot of this is about safety. The ironic part, game doesn't frowny face me for not closing the door. Imagine we are really far away. And we're off again. I don't remember what the heck we were talking about. Oh yeah, graphical stuff. Yeah, I mean, it's just, I'm on the fence of it because I play a lot of games that are old. Oh, cutscene. But they look really good still. And I'm like, why can't, like, why isn't that not good enough anymore? I don't understand. Because they didn't put ray tracing on the box, therefore it's terrible. I don't get it. I'm not saying make a game completely ugly, but I mean, there needs to be a balance, you know? I feel like a lot of games don't have a balance. It's just pretty full on, and gameplay and stuff come later. But I'm like, doesn't matter, man. You can make the prettiest game, but if it's not fun, no one's gonna play it. Let's turn on our lights. This is nighttime now. And we got all our fancy lights. Cool. I do appreciate the fact that we are not having to go like the whole 45 minutes, whatever it was. Oh, lighthouse. I do like that eventually you reach a point where the game just kind of jumps you forward. But yeah, man, I just like one of those things where there needs to be a balance. When the fidelity starts making the game a little more difficult to run, then there's issues, you know? Yeah, it's not like every game, but Man, there was ones recently like Gotham Knights, and I think Hogwarts Legacy had a lot of optimization that it needed to do, kind of growing pains, so to speak. Especially on PC too. That they just had difficulties running, and I remember Gotham Knights specifically had a lot of issues with, I think it was particle effects on console, where I think if you were playing co-op and someone was kind of doing a lot of their abilities like smoke or like explosions and whatnot, that was like chugging your frame rates considerably. And then the bat cycle was also another thing that was very chuggy, that I think it broke a lot of times, like broke the space-time continuum for some playthroughs. And at that point, it's like, man, you really have to find that balance. And the balance is not always us lowering the graphical fidelity, video option, so to speak, in the game. I think the game should run well, just the default baseline, middle of the ground settings. We should tweak it based off of our computer rig. And again, it's a lot harder when you're doing it on computer, because I mean, there's just so many vast array of different builds that you can do, all the customization, especially on Windows. So I understand that aspect. I feel like you have options of making more money if you leave that open more by not leaning so heavily on the graphics and all the little UE5 hooks like nanite, lumen, and stuff like ray tracing. They just are notorious for bogging things down, making it difficult for people to play. And it makes no sense if people who can service the game perfectly fine on high choose to play lesser because it's less taxing on their hardware. I mean, I feel like that's a fundamental issue. That's how games are. Not this one specifically, but I mean, just games in general. Oh, engine defective again. Of course.
Kraken, not again!
We can't slow down because I'm stuck in dialogue.
Macmillan, are you stranded or what's the hold?
We are.
You're still not in port and we've already been waiting longer than expected. The new boss wants to know where his shipment is.
We had one or two incidents, but it was our first trip. Things will improve in the future, I promise. But yes, we should be picked up here.
This is holding up the whole operation here. It's not going to make a good impression on the boss.
Not indeed.
Sorry, the mistake's on us. I'll only have good things to say about you.
Us?
I also know someone with a tugboat we can use. We'll manage it from here without too much extra cost.
More Teddy's problem than
Do
mine.
you even have a helmsman on board?
The best!
Apparently now we're driving the tugboat. We're tugging along here. Now this goes a lot faster than the other thing, and it's a lot quicker. We might want to slow down here a little bit. And lights. Zoom out. Love the world. Love all the detail. I just wish, man, it wasn't as demanding. You get a little closer. I think we have to back up to it. So the kind of the cool thing is, like, basically you can reverse it, which is a really neat feature. Like, instead of just having a reverse, you're just pretty much just spinning it around town, as SpongeBob would say. We don't want to go reverse where we're at. We want to spin it around and then go in reverse. Let's see if we can manage this now. Keep on going. We're almost lined up perfectly. Now, is this gonna work? Looks like we are going reverse. Maybe a little bit of an angle. Spin it a little bit. Because it's kind of, again, it's a little difficult because you were using the container ship. So the physics are a little different using the tugboat. Turns a lot quicker. See if we could do this in one shot. And I think we hit K when we get nearby, like our docking thing. All right, navigate to the marked area in the whole client. Okay, so it's F. All right, so we use F and left click to throw. We're gonna drift into it. I don't think we are. We are off. It's a little bit. Now, I have no clue what the reverse button is. Or I should say the reset button. Because there was a reset button on the gamepad. I'm not really sure what it is on mouse and keyboard. Let's get it turned a little bit. Wait for it to get to the position. Now we go reverse. I made so many errors trying to go reverse as it was spinning, and then you start kind of literally spinning. I think it's that way. Everything's ass backwards at this point. No, it's the other way. It's the other way. We're now spinning in the wrong direction. See if we can glide into it. Almost there. Wonder if it'll like our angle. We might be too far away. Yeah, it's not liking it. There we go. Or not. Oh, we were. All right, let's get out. Was it X? Where's out? Throw me your rope. So we're attached. Now we go on the back end, right? Oh, we're stuck here watching it. Let's tighten the line here. And we can look at a little picture in picture, but watch the real thing happen. Okay, tow the client to the ship designated location. Okay, sure. Think we're good. Hold on. We are backwards. Or were we? No, wait, we have to be backwards, don't we? Duh. We're moving backwards.
The dispatcher seems a bit tense, but the CEO was actually very nice on the phone. Without him, we wouldn't have gotten this opportunity. I hope he forgives us for things not going completely smoothly.
I don't know, Teddy. Let's not chatter right now. Trying to fix your problems. This is a really cool perspective. Like us getting really close over here. That's even worse. We crash it as we're looking here. Whoa. Well, the container ship is like really drifty. think we're now on a straight line. Go a little wide here so we can make a proper turn. Because I think it's on the inside, unless I'm mistaken. But yeah, this is a very slow zone here. Extremely thankful that they do skip a lot. And I mean, they do like speed the day along. So you do return with like it's dark and everything. And you have the whole engine issue that we had for like, I think the third time. But there's a lot of slow little parts in this game. Can be beautiful though. I'm gonna start kind of making a turn because we have to go to the left here. Because it wants us to kind of go southeast. Can't get too close to the wall because we will have issues. It is pretty neat though. Good sight, full moon, going under a nice colorful bridge. Pretty sure why they sped up time here so you kind of see everything lit at night. Get a different perspective of things. Water's pretty calm. You do see a lot of the reflections of the light and whatnot. Really nice touch. Let's hang a little more to the right here. Like we're getting really close to that corner. But then I think after that we have to stay on this side. So we might drift a little more to the right just so we have enough room. Because we have to remember we are pulling a container ship. Tugboat can make that turn easy peasy. But we have to make sure that the container ship does not hit the wall. Or at least that's close, right? Can't go too sharp here. Because we'll be in an angle. Perhaps we should have given ourselves enough room to come in a little straight. This can be a little difficult, especially in the beginning. And this is kind of drift happy. It's kind of pulling you in a certain direction, so I mean, it makes sense. Pretty much as you get closer, just kind of have to finagle it and hopefully that the container ship does not pull you into the wall. But you need to hit that little target that we do not see yet. I think so far it's going well. I want to jinx ourselves. We are coming in kind of in an angle. Straighten out the tugboat, so hopefully the container ship will follow. Get a nice little decent line here. Maybe again we could one-shot this. I said that earlier. That did not work. Let's see if we can do it here. Kind of drifting a little more to like southeast. We don't want it to. We also don't want to go too aggressive because we'll start hitting our back end here. Kind of just have to play with things. Pretty much just swaying back and forth. Now this would be much worse when if like the water was choppy. Right now it's just the container ship just kind of pulling us around. We are pulling it properly, but you know, at the same time, it's kind of yanking us in different directions. Try to line up a little more, because now we've kind of drifted a little far out. Try to get a little more towards the dock. We don't want to overcompensate, but we want to get kind of close to it. Just kind of baby steps, you know? I'm almost kind of afraid to look to see how close we are. Oh, it's not too bad. Right, now we just have to hope that we line this up perfectly. I mean, we're like right there. Maybe a little too close, but here, I mean, you gotta be on it, right? Finally.
There you go. We made it after all. Now the ship just needs to be unloaded and our mission will be complete.
Okay. Like that you're not doing anything, Teddy. I appreciate that. Let's get the highlighted ones. How many do we have to do? Oh, we have to, yeah, before we go there. Before we do, I mean, we could probably leave this here. Let's unlock everything. I don't think we would get far, because I don't think we have them unlocked. Other side. And we'll look around, see if there's like another one somewhere. Or any other. Downside is like all these like glow. Here we go. Oh, you have to look for the red ones. Unlock that one. That. And then that one. Really tall. We'll check to see if we've done the back ones too. I don't remember if we did the two in the front. Oh, that's not good. Missing one. We'll see if we skipped it somewhere. That's removed. Here it is. Now we're done. Let's grab them. Again, this is equally fun with a gamepad. But we're using this for mouse keyboard because it's a little easier to target all the little locks and unlocks. That part, I wish they maybe did like a little better in terms of like the hit targeting for gamepad. Make it a little easier for them at least. I mean, it's kind of difficult even for mouse keyboard, because you have to click on these little tiny things, little latches that make it a little difficult. We're there. I think we're on top of it. And we got the first one. Moving on up. Load in the truck. Like the perspective is really weird here. Get it down. And I think we're there. Now we will auto magically get the other ones done. maybe not. I think we actually picked this one up pretty quickly. That one's done. Now we gotta do, what, the other three? Let's get back here. Let's try to grab it. It's a little wonky. Again, perspective doesn't help you. But, you know, the more you do it, the little easier it gets. And just look for the highlight. Once it starts highlighting, then you're good. A little subtle. I feel like it's a little harder at night for some reason to see the distinction between the red and green highlights. During the day, it's a little easier. But man, just kind of focus and you're good. Oh, drop that one short. There we go. This part's actually kind of fun. And you do feel like you're getting better at it. The more you do it, the more you practice, you kind of start getting your lines a little faster. You see this one we grabbed pretty easily. Just get a little better, like the depth perception, the angle, the dangle, so to speak. Figure out where your spots are. Swing back and nope, didn't really swing as far as I wanted it to. There we go. See how quickly we can grab this one. Oh, we went way too high. It's not gonna be very quick. Yoink. That wasn't super terrible. I feel like the game does cheat a little bit, you know, to get as accurate. But I mean, it is a game. I'm not doing this in real life. It would be kind of cool though. It'd be very stressful. And we're lined up perfectly. Beautiful.
And that's a wrap. Awesome work. We got it done.
That is, Teddy. Mr. I don't move my lips.
About time. We had a delivery scheduled before nightfall.
Adriana, don't be so tough on them.
But you said...
We all just need to get into the groove, right? Great job, Theodore, and to your team as well. I'm looking forward to working with you again.
Thank you. I take full responsibility for the delay. We'll be on time next time, I promise.
Me too. Here's to a great collaboration.
You better, Teddy. You didn't lift a finger at all. You just kind of stood there behind me. Thank you to Astragon Entertainment for the game key, and this was Seafarer, the ship sim. It was released into Steam Early Access on October 7.
That went well enough. Thanks again for being there. It felt just like old times. For me, at least.
Yeah, we never hung out with you once, buddy.
My offer still stands. The jobs aren't letting up at all, and I could really use you here.
I don't think we have a choice. What's this camera view? Looking at a pole.
The beginning.
All right, guys. We'll catch you in the next one.
When I feel like this, I'm immortal.